Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking college hoops headed to the ACC where Duke is taking on Pitt. It may be cold outside, but our promo code is HOT for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. The Blue Devils are road favorites, -2. The total is 141.5. Duke is 5-3 on the year and a dismal 1-7 against the spread. Meanwhile, Pitt is 7-2, 6-3 against the number. Duke coming off a loss to a good Virginia Tech team, a 74-67 as 2-point favorites. Pitt has won 7 of their last 8, coming off back-to-back wins over Syracuse, both times as underdogs despite some COVID issues. They had a 10-day break, but still managed to beat Syracuse 96-76. We've got Nick from the Insiders Room to break this one all down. Nick, I think what stands out to me is Duke's against the spread number. 1-7 against the number. At some point, does that have to correct itself, or what stands out to you?
I do. I believe that. I mean, the law of averages is flawed in many ways, but yeah, I think that lopsided trends and numbers, they do have a way of naturally correcting themselves over the short and mid and long term. But yeah, that was the Blue Devils' first conference loss. But a couple of bright spots in that defeat were Jeremy Roach. He had 22 points. Matthew Hurt, he had 20 points and 11 rebounds. That was the Blue Devils' that was their second road game of the year. They looked shaky. They were just 8 of 29 from three-point range. But now the Blue Devils, they come to Pittsburgh focused. They're hungry to bounce back here, obviously, because they're facing, a Panthers team that's won 6 of their last 7, including 2 straight. As you mentioned, they completely blew out Syracuse 96-76 as a 4-point dog. Obviously, Pittsburgh's been playing well of late, but the Blue Devils, they've actually done really well in this matchup for years. They're 8-2 the last 10 in this series, straight up. That included a 79-67 home win last year. Now, Duke is not the same Duke team as it was in years past, and Pittsburgh's playing really well at the moment, but I think that off the loss to the Hokies there, that the correct call in this matchup for me is going to be on Duke Chelsa. And so, yeah, that's my call. I'm going to take Duke minus the 2 points.
Well, to Duke's credit, I think Virginia Tech is a lot better team than people probably are thinking that they are. A really solid defensive team out there, especially at home. But it is really hard to go against Pitt just because they've been so hot, and especially Justin Champagnie. I think I'm Champagnie. It looks like champagne, and he has been popping off, I should say,
Right.
for Pitt returning last game after a knee injury, and he had 24 points, 16 rebounds against a Syracuse team that's supposed to be really good defensively. Now, I know their defense obviously not as good as they have been in past years, but you could kind of say that about Duke. It's definitely not a Duke team that is in contention for one of the better Duke teams, in the past few years. But that being said, I just wonder how much of that is factored into this number, and if you get more value on Duke now that they've been so bad against the spread.
I feel that's the way, Chelsea. And if we're going to look at a total here, I have a strong lean to the over. Duke, it was completely shut down there by Virginia Tech. That total went well under the number. So it's going to be looking to avoid a similar slow start. So, yeah, I definitely expect it to push the pace right from the start and to get back into the winner's circle. So to sort of correlate along with my play on Duke, as far as the total is concerned, my strongest play is to the over.
All right, well, that's going to do it for our college hoops talk here on Picks and Parlays. Great stuff from Nick from the Insiders Room. As always, Nick, thanks for joining us.